Good afternoon. There was once upon a time a little girl walking through the forest, wearing a red hooded cape, joyously onward to her grandma's house. Unfortunately, crossing her path is a big bad wolf who learns of her destination, and he persuades her into picking flowers while he arrives before her, devouring poor grandma in one tasty gulp. Once little Red Riding Hood arrives, she too shares this same dismal fate. The moral of this folktale, penned by Charles Perrault, is a warning to those of being naive, conjured into the devious intentions of those who mean to do harm to others. Of course, on the other hand, this seemingly innocent children's tale could be construed as a convenient template for devious minds, which raises an important question. Should tragic stories as this be allowed into print at all? For are they not serving to usher evil strategies to others of wrongdoing?
Jeffrey, thank you very much for getting together to talk about the Pillowman. So, you're the director of this show, and can you tell us a little bit about the Pillowman?
Yeah, well, it takes place in a third world country, a totalitarian dictatorship, and it is about a writer who is investigated by two cops about the murders of children that are resembling his stories. We have four actors in our production. We have Dan Mello, who plays the writer Katurian. We have Joe Kilpatrick playing his brother Michael. And then we have the two cops, Topolsky, played by David Struble. I always want to call him by Aggie. And Ariel by Sidney Koval.
The original production, they had a young boy, a young girl, and two adults who are the parents, right?
Yes.
And you're doing it a little differently. Can you explain how this production is going to be doing that?
Well, being that we're in such a small space and not exactly on Broadway, some of the more technical difficulties, such as adding children on the stage, bringing people in for a few lines, is harder to do. So I decided to record some voices and then cut some parts and leave these monologues our writer has to the audience's imagination.
What exactly is the writer being in incarceration for?
Well, the writer in this play has written over 400 stories, but as said in the play, 10 or 20 of these have murdered children in them. And what he's being interrogated about is there are children being murdered in fashions very similar, if not exact, to his stories. So these cops are interrogating him about these gruesome murders.
When you first read this play, what was it that grabbed you?
When I first read it, it shocked me, like I think the play's supposed to do. It was more than I expected. And then I thought about how wonderfully written it was, how there's no extraneous lines, everything is clear and cut and to the point, and it is intended to be a shock factor. And then I realized how powerful this piece is, that underneath all this shock and dismay that you may see on stage, afterwards it has this true impact on you.
But artistically, you just go, God, this is one damn good play.
Yes.
You know, please forgive me for reading this play, but it's a great, great, great piece of theater.
It is.
Was there any moral message that you came to the conclusion of by what this playwright has written?
I think there are many moral messages.
There's a lot there.
And that's the challenge to it, really, is the fact that I think after you watch this play, you might be appalled, shocked, revolted, and rush out of the theater as fast as you can, going, what did I just see? But my hope would be that you would afterwards be able to take in these morals and these ideas about this production that have been set underneath all the shock factor.
What are they? What are they? You know what they are. We found them in your house. No! Your brother's already admitted his part. No! He's hardly the brains behind the operation. You want to know the little girl named King Cat? And I held her down as my brother fed a number of figures made from apples with razor blades in them, acting out a story called The Little Apple Man.
Make him swallow.
What? Where's the mute girl? Where's the mute girl?
Oh! No! 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 Anytime you're ready, Ariel.
Content, obviously, is child murder, but it talks a lot about art and how it's censored. You know, is the artist really the writer, or is it the government that controls the writer's art, and all these aspects that fall underneath.
Is there anything that you would like to see the audience go away with from this production? And if so, what?
I'd like them to go away with, well, to challenge themselves to come first enough. I mean, I understand walking in and knowing this content can be terrifying to an extent. But to walk away with the understanding that the play, although it is shocking as it is, does hold deeper meanings, not only about art, but about fact and illusion, about ideas such as torture, right versus wrong. In this play, by the end of it, we have a lot of good cop and bad cop switching around. You feel sorry for one character initially, and then he turns sour and you don't like him, and then this other character who you do turns the other way. So you have this very interesting balance of what's right, what's wrong, and who's a good person.
This is a great piece of theater, of entertainment.
And a powerful piece too.
A powerful piece.
Yeah.
Anyway, people are knocking on the door. Actors are trying to get into the dressing room right now. But anyway, Jeffrey, thank you very much.
Thank you, Wayne.
And congratulations on your production, and have a great opening night.
Thank you.